Welcome to Fly the Miles, my name is Ryan and thank you so much for watching another video. So KLM has a crazy award chart going on right now. So in the past couple of months, it started July 1, there was one big devaluation. Then it seemed on August 1, there was another devaluation with other routes. And it's really not good for the passengers and it's not good for us. So stay tuned. Let's start with the good news. So some long-haul economy routes actually remain to have the same pricing, like let's say Amsterdam to Kuala Lumpur or Amsterdam to Singapore. So they all seem to be quite okay. And also to other routes in the US, they didn't change too much. They maybe even decreased a little bit, like by 1,000 miles. So that's a good thing. But when we're gonna look at like the European routes, you know, like Amsterdam to Copenhagen or Paris to Düsseldorf, they've increased like crazy. You know, we're not talking about like 5% or 7 or 10%. You know, most of them are now 30 to 40% more expensive. So when we take a look, for instance, between Amsterdam and Copenhagen, normally it was 7,500. Now it's hovering around 10,000 miles for redemption. So this is 40%. This is pretty major because it seemed to be always quite steady, you know, around the 7.5, 6, 7.5K. Now it's making a big jump to 10K. If we look at some long-haul routes like Paris to San Francisco, it was 60K, now it's 80K. So this is crazy, you know, 32% higher. That's a major increase. Amsterdam to Dubai, 75K instead of 55K. Johannesburg from 70K to 93K. Amsterdam, Sao Paulo to 92K instead of 70K. So these are all major increases. So we're really talking about like 35%. So one of the interesting things from Flyingblue was that depending on your starting point, there might actually be a reduction in miles. So let's say you want to start in Prague or in Brussels or Düsseldorf via Amsterdam to all over the world. There was usually quite a discount, but that also increased. So, you know, Prague to Amsterdam to Dubai is now 60K, up from 45K. So that is still a 36% increase. I don't know why they're doing this. Then one question we can ask is, are these prices, are they justified? And is it, you know, because now we're seeing inflation everywhere. So is it justified to suddenly ask 40% more for an award ticket? But when we look at, for instance, the valuation of a Flyingblue mile, and with the past sales, like there were a few times there was 100% bonus sale. Last time was even 120%. So when we look at these bonuses, does it make sense that when you buy the miles, you know, can you still get value out of it when redeeming for these tickets? Personally, I think when you increase 50%, like 30 to 40%, I think it just doesn't make sense to even buy the miles anymore. Then usually a one-way ticket will get you will set you back to around 1,000 euro for a one-way business class ticket compared to the 700 it was before, including taxes, of course. So I think it just doesn't make any sense. But you know, we have to deal with it. So why even bother with redemptions that are 500,000 or 1 million points even? Like this, there are a lot of days that are 500,000 or 400,000 or even more than 1 million points. It just doesn't make any sense anymore. And the funny thing is that when we look at La Première, so the Air France first class redemptions, those remain the same, which is a really good thing. So I guess that's maybe one way to use your miles. But if you have another idea to use your miles, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you next time.